Hey, Shalom Israel. It's the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who they are according to the Bible. And this is Takeground Radio. Here with a Takeground Breakdown. We go over World War III and relationship advice. All right, we usually start with relationship advice, and we're not only dealing with relationship advice when it comes to a man and his woman or a woman and her man. We deal with those, but we also deal with relationships between friends, families, co-workers, all these other avenues as well. You understand? Because when you come into the truth, you become a new creature, basically. So everything becomes anew. You know, the way you behave, the way you move, the way you groove, the way you talk, the way you deal with conflict. All these things come into play when you're coming into the truth. So these are all things you want to learn about. You want to have you ask your questions about when you're coming into the truth, when you changing your life. All right. So if you got any relationship questions, let's get those first. Let's get the relationship questions first. All right. Let's get those knocked out the way. Then we'll transition towards the end. Cover the World War III things. World War III, as you know, is prophesied in the Bible to come, and we in those days where the scriptures prophesied will come, where men will be lovers of themselves, losing all natural affection for a woman. All these prophecies, wars and rumors of wars. Every man will turn to his own land. All these different prophecies that come to let us know that we're closer to World War III. All right, the beef in the Middle East. You know, the scriptures say the Battle of Armageddon, the last big battle of World War III, before it really kicks off, it will all go down in the Middle East. So all that type of stuff is going to happen in the Middle East. And it's already prophesied. The Battle of Armageddon, the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, what you're seeing with these nations, they're all pivoting and putting themselves in position to try to come out on top at the end of World War III, because it's going to get nuclear. All right, and it's prophesied that a lot of those nuclear bombs, are going to touch America. And all of that stress that we talking still beats punching the clock. You think I want to sweep your floor from 8 to 4? So that's the prophecy. All right, so as things unfold and we get closer and closer towards the end, and it's prophesied that Babylon is going to fall. It's prophesied that this kingdom is going to fall. So all that's going on. You got any questions on there? Oh, that's what we used to do. Put on there on the show. Type your questions, like it used to be a comment or something, or it used to be on the page on the video itself. Say type your questions. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where we at with it. All the nations are putting themselves in position, from BRICS, all the BRICS nations, in their attempt to try to usurp the dollar. Donald Trump has definitely fought against that to, halt that process of faulting the dollar. And, he's doing the best he can to try to keep the dollar afloat. All right. So right now, but basically the time we're in right now, is the lead up to it. The lead up to World War III. The lead up to these nations going into war. Okay. You got Russia, China, Iran. Biblically speaking, the last nation that really needs to come in strong for it to really know you at the end is for the African nations to come in strong. When the African nations come in strong, then you're gonna see the next move. The next move when the African nations come in. That's what you got to be prepared for. You see these nations like Ethiopia, Libya. Those nations come in. That's when you're going to really see. Those are the nations you got to look out for. You're going to look out for and see, like, what? When did Ethiopia? When did Libya, become a major player in this thing? That's going to be it.
So let me get this shit straight.
That's going to be it when you see them countries coming in. And North Africa as well. A lot of North African nations, the so-called Sahel region. Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso. Those countries are going to join against America in the Third World War. Somebody said Islam is for all humankind. We went over this yesterday. If it is, why is nobody allowed to make a fatwa unless you're Arab? Why can't no other race make fatwas? Exactly. You know what I mean? Because it's not about all humankind. It's about basically gathering all humankind underneath you. He said that's not true. Name me a non-Arab that is making fatwas. Name me one. Name me a non-Arab that's making fatwas right now. Iranians don't count. They don't count. I said a non-Arab. I know you may consider them different, which kind of they different. Technically they're different, but they don't count. Yeah, I know they're Persian and all this and that. They don't count. You know why? Because y'all are lumped in together. And there's a lot of Arabs in Persia. You think it was all Persians? A lot of Arabs that moved into Persia. So that whole population is half of them is damn Arabs anyway. So what are you saying? Name me someone, Puerto Rican, a Jamaican, a German, a Russian, somebody who's totally different from y'all that's making fatwas right now. Exactly. But yeah, man. Type your questions if you could. Can you change it to type your questions? Type your questions. You know what I mean? If you got any relationship advice questions, or we get into the World War III stuff. Somebody said more like 10% in the southwest of Iran because of the border with Iraq. He said anyone can make a fatwa. You will not listen to what I asked you, what I said. Name me right now a current leader that's not Arabic or a similar group that's making fatwas right now. How come Farrakhan can't make a fatwa? Huh? Where the Puerto Ricans at? What all them black Muslims in the prisons at? Okay, I said the Iranians don't count because they're in the same group as the Arabs, and there's a lot of Arabs in Iran. So you can't even tell which one is Persian, which one's Arab. They're a very similar group of people. All right, maybe not to you guys, but everybody else see y'all as similar people, man. Come on, man. Y'all same damn people, man. Cut it out. That's like a black man saying, "Oh, the blacks in Texas is different than the blacks in New York. We're really different. They're different. No, we're the same. You know what I mean? It's a different subgroup of the same group. Somebody said Farrakhan has made a fatwa. Farrakhan made a fatwa. Somebody said they speak a different language though. That's good. I speak a different language than a Haitian. We still the same group. We still the same group of people.
So I gotta go take out loans.
I said a different group that's making fatwas right now. I'll make it more simple. Name me a Puerto Rican that's making fatwas.
Like I should have a hammer in my arm right goddamn now.
You can't do it because you don't even let other groups get high in that belief system. Only ones who can get high in that belief system are the ones closest to Muhammad. So I don't even know why they all even try to cross over into black spaces and black spheres, and black thought. Like, yeah, he said this is Persian. That's great. Persian, Farsi, I don't give a damn. Name me a Puerto Rican. But now I'm got to get more specific because y'all say, well, the Iranians, everybody know the Iranians and the Arabs are a very similar group of people. And they together. They work together. Dude just put in the stats how many Arabs live in Iran because of Iraq. So that lets you know. Somebody say they looked it up and Indonesia has done a fatwa. You done looked it up. Congratulations. There's somebody in Indonesia who made a fatwa. Now show me the Arabs that actually follow that fatwa. Show me the Arabs that's following that. Huh? Y'all different. Y'all separated based on your race. Y'all not separated based on religion. Y'all separated based on race. That's part of the reason why World War III is coming anyway. Because all these nations are still in the race to put themselves on top. That's what all these nations are doing.
We want sign checks. We want work for ourselves. We want on the nets.
Yeah, black is beautiful. Somebody said keep changing the field. I ain't changed the field. He ain't never asked the question. I said name me one. Don't say it's an Indonesian who did it. Name me one. It's so pathetic. You don't even know no names of it. But you're supposed to be for everybody. He started the stream saying it's for everybody. But then you should name me people all over that's in high leadership. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Iran itself, but in Iran, there is Arabic people already living in Iran. And Iranians and Arabic people are very similar. So they don't count. Don't name me somebody that basically look just like y'all, act just like y'all for thousands of years and act like they different than y'all now. Show me where you is for everybody. Not just your the same people who look just like you and half of them is you. Somebody said an African leader in Africa just did a fatwa. What's his name? Name me one. See, man, I ain't letting this stuff. I ain't letting that farce come up in here and basically hijack the stream. Everybody know that's not for everybody. That belief system is not for everybody. Everybody knows that. I don't know how I'm even trying to convince people that everybody knows that. Everybody knows that is a very exclusive belief system that you cannot get in there and teach, and it's for everybody and it's open for all people to all come together in there. Get the hell out of here with that. Because, yeah, everybody already know that. All right.
So I gotta go.
Because now we missing the people who got any relationship questions. All right.
just to pay for the loans I took out in the first place. I'm looking at this arm and hammer like I should have a hammer in my arm right goddamn now.
Do the Gentiles around the world know they're Israelites?
Lord, make it make sense.
Is America
Goddamn.
All right. Let's start in the beginning. Read it from the beginning slowly.
First question is, do the Gentiles around the world know they are Israelites?
Do the Gentiles, which Gentiles are you talking about? Because the Israelites ain't supposed to know they Israelites. The prophecy says in Jeremiah 17:4 that the Israelites would lose their heritage. And then they have to be, and then when you go to the prophecy in Deuteronomy, the 31st chapter, verse 1 through 5, the prophecy is that they're going to have to be retaught who they are. They're going to have to get retaught about everything the law, statutes, and commandments. So, though, according to those two prophecies, you wouldn't know who you are. You wouldn't know you're an Israelite. You would have to be a no people. Basically, you would have to be a people whose name change every 20 years, like black people. Black people in America, our name changes every 20 years. We don't have no country of origin or no history of origin that we can point to. That's how you know we're Israelites. Same with Haitians. Ask the Haitians, say, what's your nationality of origin before slavery? What's your history before slavery? They couldn't tell you. They tell you 10, 20 different answers. They tell you, I'm Ashanti, I'm Egypt, I'm Swahili, I'm Timbuktu. They all say different stuff because they don't have no clue of the shared history of the origin. Same with all the 12 tribes. These are all the people, right, that we know for sure don't know who they are. Judah, the so-called Negroes. Benjamin, the so-called West Indians. Levi, the so-called Haitians. Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. Tribe of Zebulon, so-called Guatemala to Panama. Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, the so-called Cubans. Gad, the so-called North American Indians. Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians. Naphtali, the so-called Argentina to Chile. Asher, Colombia to Uruguay. And Issachar, the so-called Mexicanos. Those are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel that don't know that don't know their shared ancestry. They discontinued their heritage. Basically, that's the prophecy. All right, what's the second part of their question?
Also, is America anti-Semitic or should be going back to Jerusalem?
America is not ancient Kemet, but in the Bible, America is called Egypt because it has the qualities of Egypt. What's the qualities of Egypt? Or a shared quality that it has with Egypt? Because the Bible also calls America Sodom and Gomorrah, or Sodom. The prophecy. What you want to know? It's not ancient Kemet. Ancient Kemet is over there in the Middle East, in Africa. So this is not Kemet. So if somebody's telling you, look, this is Kemet, they can say it's spiritually Kemet because it's the same place we were in bondage. Look at your dollar bill. What's on your dollar bill? What's on your dollar bill? It's a pyramid. What's the founding fathers? What belief system were they? Egyptologists. Masons. What do Masons believe in?
Let me get this shit straight.
What ancient Egypt believed in.
So I gotta go take out loans to go to school.
It's many similarities and commonalities.
I took out in the first place.
That's what you're dealing
I'm
with.
looking at this arm and hammer like I should have.
You're dealing with something that's spiritually similar, but not the exact
Ain't
same.
make no sense.
Okay.
Lord, make it make sense.
Any more on this question?
Goddamn.
All right, that's good. That's good. That was a good question. That's good. Somebody said, "Forever wars bankrupt empires." not according to the prophecy in the Bible. All right, the prophecy in the Bible is that Esau will live by the sword. Esau would live by the sword. So that means when sword things are happening, when it, forever wars, when those things are happening, that's how Esau will make a living. Hey, shalom. That's how Esau. Cool. That's how Esau is prophesied to make a living. And how does he make a living off of that? He makes a living off of that by, robbing and pillaging and spoiling after the wars, after and during the wars. He doesn't thrive in, organized society. He thrives in chaos, in a chaotic society of a blurred line of law and order. He thrives in that type of environment. So the more of those environments he can create, the more he will continue to flourish.
This pressure that comes with the block, you could end up inside of a box when you get your eyeballs by op.
The more he will continue to flourish.
Opportunity, it doesn't knock. No, that's him right there being the cops. And all of that stress that we talking.
So we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. It's been Takeground Radio, Takeground Breakdown, relationship advice in World War III. We're gonna do it every Monday and Tuesday between 5 and 6. Bring your questions, bring your relationship advice. That's how you're gonna make it in these last days, man, by having them questions answered about how you deal with your brother and your sister. The way you deal with your brother and sister is gonna show how you're gonna survive in these last days. Where you make it in these last days, it's gonna be based off of how you treat your brothers and sisters. All right. That's it. We ain't got no more questions. That's it. IHBK.com. Go to IHBK.com for more information. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, One West Online Classes on YouTube to get our main classes, our main channel. Learn this truth. Get right with the Most High. You know what I mean? Love your brother. And pay your tithes. Pay your tithes.